Hello again, and welcome to the last installment of the Borrowing Money Workshop, Know Your Purpose. Thank you for completing this educational experience and making it to the last video. I'm your host and content creator, Joe Miller. Before we get into the last module, let's recap what we've learned so far in the first 4 Preparing to Borrow Money videos. In the first introduction video, you learned that the key to successfully borrow money is preparation and having a solid credit foundation. If you don't have a solid foundation and an understanding of your income, your credit, your budget, and your purpose, then you are susceptible to getting talked into the wrong loan terms or to buy something that you will soon regret or realize that you can't afford, even though you were told that you could. Or you could have paid more in fees, paid a higher interest rate, or had to put more money down than what you wanted to. The bottom line is you are getting a loan on someone else's terms and not your own, thus potentially costing you thousands of extra dollars in additional finance costs. Having a solid credit foundation is comprised of 4 key components. Know your income, know your credit, know your budget, and know your purpose. Each one of these components is important, and a good understanding of all 4 is essential to success. By building a solid credit foundation, you will be able to control your loan narrative and obtain a loan that works best for you. Because at the end of the day, you need a loan that is best for you, not your lender or bank or car dealership. A loan that fits within your budget, can be easily repaid with your income, and has the best terms and interest rate based on your credit file. The first key to successfully borrow money is to know your income, understanding the difference between how much you earn, your gross pay, compared to how much you actually make, your net pay or net income. When a lender or a loan officer is reviewing your income, they are basing their income calculation and decision on your gross salary or hourly pay over the last year or 2. That amount could include additional pay from overtime, commission, or bonus income that you have decided not to include in your budget. Or you are basing your budget on the 4 times per month pay method or the 2 times per month pay method that was discussed in the Know Your Income video. The second key to successfully borrow money is to know your credit, understanding what is in your credit file and what is your credit score. Knowing this information will help you get the best interest rate and terms based on your credit profile. This will also help prevent you from being sold or offered a higher interest rate than what you would otherwise qualify for. Also discussed is the importance of reviewing your credit on a regular basis. So if there are any discrepancies or potential fraud, you can catch or correct it before applying. Also, keeping your credit profile clean and accurate will help you with non-borrowing related transactions. This includes reducing or eliminating rental or utility deposits, not getting hit with a surcharge or having to pay a higher insurance premium on your auto or property insurance. So as you can see, there are many advantages to having good credit that extend beyond loan terms. And remember, the important thing is to freeze your credit if you haven't already done so. The third key is to know your budget. The first thing to do when starting on your budget is to figure out the net pay. Do you want to use only your base pay, some or all of your other income from overtime and commissions, or use either the 4 times or 2 times per month pay method? Once you have your net income method figured out, the goal is to build your budget so that you still have a positive cash flow at the end of each month. Start by filling in the first column with your current budget information. Then complete the scenario budget columns with the new loan payment information. Change the purchase price and down payment. Look at how the change of the interest rate will affect your loan payment. Have some fun with it. Be sure to include any new expenses related to your real estate purchase, such as new utility bills, homeowner insurance, homeowner association dues, maintenance expenses, such as lawn care, so forth. If you're purchasing some other type of vehicle, then be sure to include the added costs associated with this vehicle, such as auto insurance costs, added maintenance costs, and added fuel expense. The goal is to have a positive monthly cash flow, as well as to have your housing ratio under 36% and the debt to income ratio below 45%. These 2 ratios are basic benchmarks that lenders typically use, whereas the monthly cash flow is what you should be using for determining whether you can afford what you want to buy. The goal is to have a positive monthly income with some cushion, extra money, so the higher it is above 0, the better. Once you have figured out a budget scenario that works for what you want to do or buy and determine the loan amount, down payment, and purchase price that fits within this budget, it's now time to start shopping. The key with Know Your Purpose is to help you narrow down your search and stay focused. This will also help keep you and your sales agent or real estate agent focused on what you want, not what they think they can sell you. Think about what's important to you for this car or home or appliance or boat or whatever purchase you're planning to make. Have a plan so that you get what you really want at the best price for you. In other words, know your loan purpose. The first thing I recommend doing is some research on what you want to buy or obtain. The internet has made it very easy to accomplish this first task. Check the websites of reputable online sources and companies. Look at product reviews and descriptions. The descriptions of the product or the house is very important, so you compare similar things side by side. It will also give you ideas for your needs list. Before you start actually shopping, I recommend completing a needs list. The Borrowing Money Workbook has one for you, along with a list of attributes or ideas to help get you started. The needs list contains 3 categories: must have, like to have, or wish or want to have. The first column should have all of your must-haves. For an auto purchase, this could be things such as the type of vehicle you want to buy, such as a truck, van, SUV, sedan, 2-door, the safety rating, whether it's gas, electric, or hybrid, its towing capacity. Also, does it have easy access for an infant seat or a child care seat? For a property, this could be things such as minimum number of bedrooms or bathrooms, minimum square footage, location of work or school, open floor plan. The second column is for like to have. For an auto loan, this could be things such as an exterior color, fuel mileage, road clearance, front wheel or all-wheel drive. For a property, this could be things such as whether you want a 2-story house, townhouse, ranch style, attached garage, whether it's on a slab or a crawl space or with a basement. If it has a front porch, do you want the primary bedroom on the main floor? Is there a deck or patio? The third column is for wish or want to have. For an auto purchase, this could be things such as new compared to pre-owned or used, manual drive instead of automatic, sky roof or sunroof, sound system, brand loyalty. For a property, this could be things such as fenced-in yard, screened-in porch, community pool, clubhouse, bonus room, fireplace. As you go through the process, think of the description of what you want to buy and the features, attributes, characteristics associated with it. As you think of these descriptive words or phrases, determine which column it belongs in. By going through this process, you will see a plan unfold about what is truly important to you. It also will save you a significant amount of time and energy by keeping you and the sales agent focused on your end goal. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the Borrow Money Workshop. You now have the skills, knowledge, and understanding on how to prepare to successfully borrow money. These are skills that you can use throughout your life. They can also help you reach your financial goals and hopefully help fulfill some of those dreams as well. If you're buying a property, now is a good time to get what's called a pre-qual letter by reaching out to a bank or mortgage company or mortgage broker and getting pre-qualified for a loan. The same can be true for a vehicle purchase. I recommend that you reach out to 2 or 3 lenders and get the loan quotes from each one. You can now do that knowing that multiple inquiries won't hurt your credit score, provided they are grouped together within a couple days or a couple of weeks. That is because these credit inquiries are now treated as basically one inquiry, as the computer system and algorithms used by the credit agency now reads these same types of inquiries as comparing rates and terms and not opening multiple accounts. Once you have determined which lender is giving you the best term and rates for you, then you can take it a step further and obtain an actual pre-approval letter. A pre-approval means that the lender has reviewed your income and credit and verified your assets. This carries more weight with sellers and agents than a pre-qual letter and shows that you are a very serious buyer. It also helps you with negotiations. By now, you should be able to see how the Borrowing Money Workshop and Workbook will save you a substantial amount of time, energy, as well as money in regards to loan fees and finance charges by helping you build a solid credit foundation so that you are prepared for your new loan endeavor. Just remember that the key to a successful loan is to control your narrative. Get the loan that works best for you based on your credit, works within your budget, and can easily be repaid by your income. If you still haven't purchased the workbook, then you can do that now through Venmo or PayPal at the link or QR code listed. If you have any questions, the email address is borrowingmoney@yahoo.com. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and make it a great day. And oh, by the way, if you'd like a completion certificate, please send me an email, again at borrowingmoney@yahoo.com. Thank you once again. Goodbye.